There was a 7-shot difference, obviously, from yesterday to today. What was the difference in your eyes from your performance yesterday?
I would say putter. I putted it great today. Made a lot of mid to long range putts, which obviously got my scorecard, lit up. But probably started before that. Just the mindset of not pushing too hard, not sort of, going at flags when I didn't have the right number, or kind of hitting driver off holes that I wasn't comfortable with because I was sort of front loading the gamble. Just being a bit more patient with my game. I hit a few more 3-woods off the tee, got the ball in play, and was able to go from there. So, when I've not been playing my best really, and I think that if you sort of get overly aggressive with your mindset, you can kind of then, end up making silly mistakes. When you're playing great, you can afford to make a silly mistake because you're going to make some birdies to kind of counteract that. But when you're not really fully flying, those little mistakes hurt you a bit more.
Is that one of the biggest challenges coming from a U.S. Open, whether you make the cut or miss the cut, to an event where traditionally guys go low? That it's as much a mental and sort of a mindset change as it is maybe an actual course change?
Yeah, for sure. But, my mindset today was to be patient, wasn't to go low. So, it's kind of funny how you get the benefit of the patience and not making those silly mistakes. And I think on a golf course where guys are going low, the bogeys kind of hurt more. US Open guys are going to make maybe a lot more mistakes, but your resilience is there. But yeah, I think last week I was pretty off, but I wasn't as far off as my scorecard reflected. So there was no panic.
Cool.
You talk about since 2010, 36-hole leader hasn't won more than I think twice. Guys come from behind here almost every year. What is about the mindset? What do guys get on this weekend?
I mean, this golf course is tricky enough where when they start putting the pins near the edges of the greens, there are some tricky little swales and runoffs, and maybe then if you are playing with the lead, you still start being just a couple of more yards conservative with your approach play, and guys who obviously got nothing to lose are sort of just tightening up their lines into the greens. And obviously with this finish, there's some gut check moments out there. I mean, 13's a great opportunity to make a birdie or an eagle, but also you can run up a 6 there quickly. And I think the mindset of chasing versus hanging on to a lead, those holes are critical, and obviously 15 as well. So I think that sort of benefits the guy trying to make a run versus the guy leading. But ultimately, when you're playing your best, you got to free it up, and that's what great players are able to do, is play free from the front.
Do you think because Jim Furyk obviously a few years ago here shoots 58, we see 60s and really low 60s almost every year, almost every day. Do you think that to some degree there's almost people don't appreciate how good a score that is on this particular golf course? They assume you guys are going to chew this thing up.
Yeah, I mean, conditions are perfect too, you got to admit. I mean, it's been such a great couple of days of weather. I mean, I know this morning actually was a bit funky. It rained there for a little bit, but there hasn't been much wind. There's been just enough. The greens are just receptive enough to sort of, and almost not too soft, because sometimes, when they're too soft, you can rip the wedges back, but they're kind of like that perfect one bounce grab. So very easy to control the ball and control the distance into the greens right now, just with the way the conditions are. But yeah, listen, I think it's a great test of golf in a way. Yeah, you do know you have to get on the front foot, but there's many holes out there which they have some teeth. So it's a bit of respect needed as well.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thanks, guys.